Hello everyone.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Jerry, and welcome to our travel channel. So today we are in Asheville, North Carolina, which is awesome.
Yes.
But we are here to see the Biltmore Estate.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
So we're gonna take you on the grounds and show you around. Been here a few times and it never gets old, and it's so much more prettier in the springtime. And it's March now, so in a few weeks all the leaves will be back, the flowers will be blooming. The Biltmore house is incredible.
Cleaning your home.
Yeah, right.
I can barely clean our house.
I mean, it was for some, for the Vanderbilts for a good while. Amazing. So we were just on this structure here filming the front of the house. And to be honest, I'm not sure exactly what this was used for, if it more for decoration or if it actually had a purpose. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I can't. This place is, the Biltmore Estate is awesome.
You know what makes me want to do? I want to play baseball in this field like they did in Richie Rich. That's what I want to do. I love that movie. I want to go back here and
play a little tag football out in the field there. Like if we were here just a week or two later, like everything would be blooming. It would just be even so much better than what it actually is now.
The mountains are still beautiful though.
They are. We'll get a view of the mountains here in a minute. The fountain, Christmas time here is incredible too.
That's my goal. I want to come at Christmas.
We'll come at Christmas.
Yay.
So right now during the pandemic, you have to schedule time to actually tour the house. So you can't, before you could just, you could buy the tickets for the tour. Isn't that how they did it before?
Yeah, normally you could just buy them, and I think you still had to kind of pick like a general time, like
yeah,
a couple hours time period, but it didn't have to be like down to the minute. But now it's like down to the minute.
Yeah, they're limiting the amount of people coming in, so. Because normally there's really hardly anyone here right now, and this place would be bumping. And
yeah, no, this is a small crowd.
Yeah. Now they do not allow photography or videoing inside of the house, so we're going to try and show you as much of the outside as we can. I just love, and Emily just said this too, just how ornate the house is. Is that what you said?
Yeah, no, that part right there where it's like the stairwell that leads up through all the glass, like that's my favorite.
Yeah, this part right there, that's staircase right there. This right here is my favorite part of the house because that is where the two-story library is, and I love the library inside of the Biltmore. And then their great hall is right over there. It's got this huge fireplace that I could walk inside the fireplace itself. If you're not paying close attention, you may miss some of the gargoyles that are on the house there. Those are awesome. Reminds me of Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, they have
I think of Notre Dame. You're weird.
Nice little relaxation area here. Look how beautiful the mountains are too. Off to the left of the house, you have this huge courtyard area. So here's the left side of the Biltmore. And so at one point in my life, I taught fourth grade, and that was North Carolina history here in the state of North Carolina. And from what I read and remember, supposedly the Vanderbilts, who built and owned this house, everything you could see from the house itself, they owned. So all of this, everything you're seeing right now, that is what the Vanderbilts owned. And they were one, if not the richest people in the United States, up with the Rockefellers back in the early 1900s. And it's just, oh yeah, you can see them over in the mountainside there. Just an absolute beautiful day here in North Carolina too. So this is right off to the left side when you're walking in to the Biltmore Estates. And how beautiful and just quaint, or quaintro, is that a word, quaintro? Quiet? This whole area is. Just take a seat. Just enjoy the weather and the views. It's like something you see like maybe in Italy or someplace, it seems like. But it's right here in North Carolina.
Did you notice along the route a contrast between open spaces and closure?
So another small detail you can see right there is the V for the Vanderbilts and the detail of how ornate this place. In the far right, this used to be, I believe, the carriage house where they kept the horses. They have this little eating area and little shopping area also. So here's one of the shops in the carriage area. It's one of the bookbinding shops.
All right, so for my nerdy librarian moment, I'm going to share with you guys this is Seraphina and the Black Cloak story. This is really great if you have kids that are like upper elementary or middle school. It's historical fiction / sci-fi. And it was set when the Vanderbilts actually lived here, and supposedly, word on the street is Disney is going to pick it up and turn it into a movie.
Oh, that's great.
And it's just, the whole series is fantastic. If you've got upper age elementary school or middle school kids, they will absolutely flip for it. Like, it is fantastic. Highly recommended by your local elementary school librarian.
So the Biltmore Gardens and grounds are awesome.
Yes, they, especially when they're in full bloom, it is truly breathtaking.
Yeah. So when we were here today, the tulips were just starting to bloom, but when they're in full bloom, is beautiful. Now, the guy who helped design Central Park was also the man in charge of the grounds here at Biltmore, Frederick Olmsted, if I'm saying the name right. Just coming to Biltmore, to see the house is one thing, but the garden
is truly its own experience in its own right. Like, it is, the way it's laid out and stuff is just so unique and so very cool.
Very much. Just look at the wall that is surrounding this garden. Can you imagine trying to pay and build that in today's money? And then their little nursery greenhouse over there. Oh my gosh, incredible. So you got this huge rose garden area that, once again, in a few weeks will be in full bloom and just beautiful. Look at all these rose bushes. So this is the walk up from the garden, and how beautiful is this to see the house kind of sticking out from the trees. Just beautiful. This just gives you an idea of what is in bloom at what time. Like, how pretty would that be to see? All times of year. All right, so we just got done walking around the Biltmore house and the gardens and the carriage house over there. So now we're gonna go show you the village area.
Yay, let's go shopping.
Yeah. So our first stop was the Biltmore Winery, and if you love wine, you're gonna love this place. Got quite a few wines to choose from, huh?
A decent selection.
What's that?
So they have a pretty decent size selection.
They do.
Yeah.
So here's M's recommendation.
Yes.
What is it?
It's a.
You're the wine person.
It's the sweet white.
Sweet white at
It's delicious.
at Biltmore Estate. So after we finished up with the winery, this is the village area.
Lots of super cute shops, a couple of different restaurants.
How cool is this food truck? It's awesome.
Yes, it's got a very vintage feel to it, which is super fun.
The whole village area is really nice. So we went and ate at Cedric's, and this is a dog that I guess belonged to the...
Yeah, it was the name of the dog, and they had pictures and little things of it all over throughout the little part of the restaurant and stuff, which was very fun.
They had really good food choices there, and the food we had was...
Really delicious.
Really delicious.
Yeah, like highly recommend this place.
We got a ham sandwich with this little pretzel pimento cheese bite, and it was
the
awesome.
Pimento cheese was fantastic, and that buffalo calamari was super yummy
really
too.
Good. And then they have this little cellar wine or little...
Yeah, it's like a wine cellar, and it's just the twinkle lights and stuff through it just make it super romantic and pretty.
And they have these little nooks in here that kind of give you a little history of cellars.
I guess then Biltmore Winery and kind of their process of aging the wines and things like that. So it's kind of cool to see different processes through that.
You won't want to miss out on this if you're at the Biltmore Estates. So, what do you think of the Biltmore house?
The Biltmore house is beautiful. It is obviously, clearly, it is breathtaking, and the grounds are stunning, and
it is awesome.
It's really cool.
All right, so here's some helpful info and tips if you're coming to the Biltmore Estate here in Asheville, North Carolina. All right, so number one, the cost. It's going to range from anywhere from $65 to $75 a ticket. So if it's just you and your other significant other with you, you're looking at $130, $150. And then with kids, kids was age 12 and under.
Yeah, it's different prices
free
for the kids. Yeah,
but so it's going to be expensive. Okay, second tip, just be prepared to do a lot of walking.
A ton of walking, especially if you want to do the grounds and you want to go into the conservatory and all that kind of stuff. And you're even going to do a little bit of driving.
In the gardens,
to get over to the village and stuff. It's like a 4 or 5 mile drive from the house over to the village.
So be prepared to walk.
A lot.
So if you're doing the tour of the house along with seeing the garden and going down to the village area, it's really going to be an all-day thing.
Yeah, you're going to plan a full day up here in Asheville for sure, just to get to really, truly take it all in.
And there is a lot to see, especially on a pretty day.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so our last little tip, Christmas time here is really nice. So the season pass is more cost friendly if you're thinking about coming here a couple times during the year, which if you live close by, I would definitely
I highly recommend
it.
They do offer deals where you can get your friends and family in, and they give you percentages off your meals and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of perks that come with the season pass.
Yes. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching our travels. This place is awesome. If you're anywhere, you're coming to North Carolina for vacation, or it's only 2 hours from Charlotte, so it's really close. You need to come see it, definitely. So
absolutely.
So thank you for watching, and until next time, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.